Hello, my mates. Good day. I'm glad having you here. And then I want to share about what happened to my life today. I want to start from the morning. Today, when in the morning I wake up kind of lately. I was setting my alarm around around 5:15 every morning, but it turns out not working as I expected. When the alarm rings, and then I look into my phone, and then I turns out this alarm, and then I back to sleep again. And then when I woke up, it already 6:30, and then 30 minutes again I need present in the class, but I not yet took a shower in this morning, so it kind of become chaotic. I wake up from my bed, and then I hurry up and took the shower, and then start to the class. But unfortunately, in morning today, I have a presentation to do. I have assignment about presentations, but I didn't prepare anything, and I want to prepare about my assignment in the morning before I going to the class at the course place. But as you know that I wake up kind of lately, then I am hurry up into the class. Then I don't have enough time to prepare myself doing the assignment. But fortunately, I'm going to the class, and I stay there around 5-15 minutes before the class begins. So I'm the first one who getting into the classroom. So it turns out that even though I wake up lately, but I'm kind of getting to the class early, so I have a little time, a few time to prepare what the thing I want to talking today. We talk about TED Talk. Probably you hear a lot of information about it. So actually, me and I and my friends doing presentation today about TED Talk, and we're talking about what kind of TED Talk, and the advantages we can get from watching or listens this podcast, and this conference from the screen. It's very beneficial for us. Very We can get many very much knowledge from this conference. We can learn from an expert. So basically, this podcast very interesting. There are many interesting story we can hear from this conference from TED Talk, and then also they are an expert, so they are very have many experience about what they want to talking about, and there are many extremely popular people who will give talking in this podcast. So I'm also tell that in this TED Talk is it is unprofit organization, so their aims not for money but for something to share knowledge and idea around the world. So the interesting about this conference, it really immerses us into global thinking, global perspective when tackling some issue at our time. So it's very important in this time, in this century, when we are very have a strong connecting between one place to another place, especially in this internet rampant information in the internet. So we can, when we want to solve the problem, we can there's we cannot only took one perspective, but we need to use different perspective from around the world. So the basically I want to say that it's a global problem only can solve needs a global solution. So there, when we watching this program, it's very make our minds become open into that something very um, something that make mind become more open to something new idea. It is I think the TED Talk podcast beyond the cultures and tradition boundaries. So it's very great to watch. And then after going to the class and what and today, so I'm applying a scholarship for test TOEFL, not a TOEFL, but for IELTS program. I hope I accepted in this program. You know, I when I accepted, I have benefit for 4 months free learning from this program. So and after that I also have a chance to become a tutor in English, which is a very great opportunity, and I don't want to miss the bus. I want to miss this opportunity, so I'm apply this scholarship and I hope I got accepted, and I'm wait for it. I wait an email from the from the officials of this program, whether I'm accepted or not. Actually, when I accepted from the administration's paper, there are another there another what you say there more examinations. So to the program. So there are one, first, second, and third. First is from the paper administration, and I'm accepted from this. I going into the second is kind of exam for TOEFL test. I think the minimum score for this program is 520, and I already have 560 for the last scoring, and I hope I can make my score at least still in that point, and it would be better, it can be improved. I mean, when 560, I think it when it come to the English level, it kind of upper mediate, I guess it's like a B2, it almost become a C1, where this C1 level is very that I want to set my goal into the C level at least, which is at this point I can understand English very well, and I can talk with people, even native speaking in the conversation, more deep conversation like in auditorium, and I can give a speaking more clearly, and people actually understand what I am saying when I'm talking with them. um, so it's more than daily conversation, but probably more academic purpose when I go to a C1 level. And then there are C2 level. I think it's the last thing from the score from the level of English is more advanced. Actually, it proficiency. So if you got this level, it means that your English very well. It's your English extremely good, and that you can speak not like a native, but native speak like a native speaker, but at least you have almost same the level of them, so there's no problem miscommunicate anymore between you and a native speaker. But I think it's very high. So I think at the moment I need learn more to achieve the highest level of English. And so at the moment I set my goal into C1 level. So basically when at C1 level you already have a chance to apply scholarship abroad, but I don't know whether I won't decide to take scholarship abroad at this moment. But yeah, as you know, I applied a scholarship but in within the country, not the abroad, not the foreign country. So basically, when it come to B2 level, is already I think it's good. Already it's enough to is kind of enough um, to apply the scholarship. But when you want to become a translator, I think I need to advance my language into the next level, and that kind of extremely difficult because you need I need practice, doing practice very a lot. So and it don't probably don't happens anytime soon. So I need to consistent to learn more and more, so my skill become better and better every day. When I come to learn a language, I think it's kind of difficult. It looks like difficult, even though it's kind of very simple, easy, and something even fun at some point. But it looks very difficult to improve because we can see our improvement in speaking the language. Because when I learn today and then tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, I just looking myself and I still not doing so well. I mean, my ability when come to speaking the language still the same thing what happened in yesterday, and I compare myself into yesterday. But when you continue to learn it and you actually make it better even without you realize it. And I understand about this when I see myself a few years ago. At that moment I don't listen from the podcast very much, and I don't at that moment I don't watch movie and listen music. Then when I when I graduate from the college and I back to my hometown, my home village in the North Borneo Islands, and I then there become they're not internet access, they're not Wi-Fi. So basically I'm reading a book in English from my phone, and I listen podcast and download it, and watch a movie in English. And then the first time it feels very hard for me to understand what they are saying. I even though I barely understand at all, but I still listen to the podcast, mostly from BBC, and something that a podcast channel that I can find in internet. Probably some of them that you enjoy it, that then you can listen it regularly, and then what I'm and this is what I'm doing, and this is what I was doing back then. Listen carefully and regularly, and then until today I realized that when I listen the podcast and it feel easy for me to understand. And also when I'm reading a news online, and I cannot easy to understand, even though at this moment I don't understand all of the words in the news I'm read today, but basically I can understand what the writer want to say into the audience, into the readers. And then I think I still at this moment more adding my vocabularies. So I need to remember more vocabularies and understand when I use these words into conversation or writing, the appropriate time to using the words. Actually, they kind of little disturb with disturb in my conversation today. I'm kind of lack of focus because my phone there are messages come, and so then the video stop, and I need to start again. When I come to editing, I think it's easy for me to edit this video because I make it very simple, but it just very annoying for me. And then the message from providers, my from my internet provider, they keep messaging me, that very annoying because it happen regularly and I don't know how to stop it. And but actually sometimes I need this message to inform me about more information about my providers, but there's sometimes too much information and too often, and it become annoying. And then it's sometimes that make disturb my activity when I use my phone. Like this example, when I want to talk about daily life with you. And then I also want to learn more about an accents, I guess. At this moment, I think when speak the language, when I speak English, I cannot have a bad voice to speaking English. I don't know why. Probably I can change it, but I think at least I want to make it more clear, so people can understand easier what I'm talking about. And then I think I want to reduce the way say like when I come to speaking. So if I can reduce this word, I make it better to speaking, and I become more soft, and people become more easier to understand. I think I need learn about controlling the word what I want to say, and also I need to learn more about grammar. About grammar when come to academic speaking is very important, because I want to make sure what I'm saying is right grammarly and meaningfully, so people not only understand, but they know that I'm speaking right in English. I think it is the hard part when come to speaking English, to understand grammar, because I don't learn English systematically. I learn more kind of independence. I learn by myself, so it kind of more fluid. So it's just that I'm kind of not passive learning. I listen from the song, I listen to music, podcast, and I watch a movie, and I read a book, an article I can find in internet. But when it come to structure for the language, it's kind of very hard to understand. And this is, I guess, why when come to my scoring, my examination score, which is I get it today from the office of my last course. Um, so the grammar is the worst of all, but I can say it's pretty good. It's 520, which is more than I expected, because the question kind of hard for me to solve, but then I got past 550 and I kind of fraud of it. And then when I come to listening, I have 590, and I expect it become sitting even more, 600 even more. But it's okay, at least I got more than 550 all summarize all of that. And reading also pretty good, actually. It's more than 550. And then yeah, it's pretty good, but even though I expect more into from my last examination. And then when I come to another examination in Saturday tomorrow, I give it try online, so I hope I do it better tomorrow, so then I can I can see my scoring, whether it's improved or whether it's just the same or even make even worse. And I hope it's not happen. I hope it still improve and become better, and then I can make improvement every day. And then I become the goal of my once it becomes C1 level, and then I have a chance to become a tutor, at least a few months, to to learn about speaking. When you become tutor, so you need to talk a lot to your pupils, to your students, so it can help me become better, articulates my voice, and about my confidence when come to speaking in front of larger audience. And I don't know whether I will speak in front of bigger audience, more than a dozen of people, but I want to learn, at least if I want to learn if I need it someday in my life. So if I already have a habit to speak in the small audience, then it's become more easier for me to give a speak in more large audience. I, I guess it is what I want to talking today. I don't think today become pretty good, pretty well, but at least I accomplished my task to finish a conversation, and then I already want to upload it, but probably not at this moment, because I want to go have lunch today. So I can't wait to have lunch, because after lunch I need going to the course in the afternoon class, and then I think I can upload it in the evening. And when you watching it, or for the future me, when I watching it, at least you can compare the way I'm speaking today with the way you are speaking at this at your time. And then I hope there are big, huge, extremely huge improvement already happened. And I want to say thank you very much for watching me, and I hope you have a good day. Daran.